What's up and welcome to or back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be getting into this hybrid boho braid and sew-in install. Huge thank you to HOTBRAIDS for sponsoring today's video. I want to get straight into the install to begin with, and then at the end, I'll talk about the pros and the cons of this hairstyle as I do with every new style that I try. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. I always enjoy unboxing HOTBRAIDS goodies because I use them the most, even beyond the style that I'm doing. They sent me over a few clips, a brush, a crochet needle, as well as a rat tail comb and an edge brush. And as for the hair, we have 2 bundles of 18-inch 3A, 3B exotic natural curly and 3 of the actual boho hair bundle pieces. Now I'm starting off with blown dry hair, and I'm just sectioning off where I'm going to do the individual boho braids in the leave out area in the middle, as well as around the perimeter. I was aiming for about 2 inches of leave out on the sides, and then I knew I wanted to do 2 to 3 rows in the actual front where the top of my hair is, as well as a few braids to cover the tracks as best I could. So like I said, I'm just sectioning off that leave out, and then for the middle part of my hair, I'm going through and doing braids, going down and interlocking them. I was debating between a beehive and these interlocked braids, but I just figured it would be easier and maybe not flatter, but easier for sure to do this type of braid down. After I get that secured, I'm going in with a net just so that I can sew in places where there may not be a braid always. And once I get my net attached, I'm just gonna attach it to the perimeter braids going all the way around my head. Again, this just provides an extra layer of protection. And then with water-friendly styles, once your hair starts to swell, the net keeps it from getting too janky and too raggedy too early. So here's how we're looking so far, and now we're gonna go in and start off with our braided sections. Originally I wanted to make this 2 rows, and looking back I probably should have, but the braids would have been extra small, and I wanted them like medium going around the perimeter. But I'm just going through and doing my boho method and adding in the pieces, and I added 3 to 4 pieces to each boho braid. I did 1 at the root of every boho braid because y'all know by now that's the key to having a full look, and that was key with getting the boho and the sew-in hybrid look to look right. Like, you don't want boneless braids and then you have all of this full hair going throughout. Here's how it's looking from ear to ear. Now we're gonna go in and do the top. I was testing out the ponytail just to see what it was looking like so far, and now I'm sectioning off my sides in the 2 rows, and that's how it looks when that side is completed. And then we're gonna go in for the other side and into the top. I did my best to window the boho pieces or the boho braids because I wanted it to be able to cover the tracks as best as they could. And here's how we're looking so far on that side. I just twisted away each section just to get it out of the way before I went on to work on the next piece. And now we're at the top and going in for the middle. And first, before I show you how I did the braids exactly, I'm just going through and showing you my sectioning. Here's the piece that I sectioned off to cover that track at the top of the head, and I ended up putting that into 3 braids. But again, looking back, if you're doing this style, it's best to go in and do a few more braids in this top because 3 braids alone isn't enough to fully cover the track, and you want to make sure your bases are covered. And I ended up opting for 2 rows on each side of the top for my leave out portion. Now for the braid, I'm sectioning off the top of my root into 3 pieces, and after I switch over 3 times, I'm adding in my first piece of boho hair at the very top because again, we're starting off each braid with a boho piece for fullness all throughout the style. Then I'm going in with my first piece of braided hair, switching over 2 times, adding in my second piece of braided hair, switching over twice, adding in my last piece of braiding hair and switching over 2 more times. I used 3 small pieces of braiding hair in each braid just for stability and for the thickness of the braids. And then I'm just going to continue adding in 2 more boho pieces. And I used the kid-friendly short braiding hair that was about 14 inches pre-stretched. And I did not add a second piece of braiding hair or a final piece of braiding hair for length on the middle of the braid just because I wanted the curly hair to really take over my ends and have minimal braiding hair on the ends. So now I'm adding in that final piece of boho hair and continuing to braid down. And then I'm going to slip knot the very end a few times just so that nothing moves out of the way. I've had this style for a week now, a little over a week now, and I haven't had any pieces come out, and that's how you know it was done right. That's one side. And then here I had to pause and go through and begin doing my sewing portion because I was running out of time. Again, or you'll hear me say in the end when I'm talking pros and cons of this hairstyle. I did not expect it to take as long as it did. So baby, I was pressed for time. I'm like, we got to get in the field. We got to get some more traction on getting this completed. So I'm going in, and you want to make sure when you do your sewing portion that you do single wefts. Do not double weft the middle of this style, because it will be too big, too full, and too bulky. So that first track, you want to make sure that you are sewing it underneath your braid. That's going to make it so that you can flip it up into a ponytail as seamless as possible with minimizing the bulk. That first track needs to go under the braid, and it doesn't matter if you have a beehive or if you do the interlocking braid pattern that I did. Sew that track underneath that braid. And I'm just going through and doing the loop and pull method until I get to each side. Then I'm folding over the track, sewing it down a few times, and going back through. You can probably see it better than I can tell you. So let's get through this sewing portion, and then we'll come back for one final braid so I can show y'all that one more time.
Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci? No, all I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses, and hugs. No, I never had an issue go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay, just wanted you to show me. So won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, it ain't no that. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing games, playing games.
Now that we have our sewing done, I'm just going through and windowing that final row, or matching it up with the row that I previously did. And I'm separating that piece once again into 3 pieces, switching over 3 times, adding in that first piece of boho hair, switching over 1, 2, adding in that first piece of braiding hair, switching over, adding in that second piece of braiding hair, switching over, adding that final piece of braiding hair. And then I'm gonna braid all the way down. In the middle, add my second piece of boho hair, and then continue braiding on down and adding in my final piece of braiding hair once I get to the very bottom. Actually, I added in 4 in that one, so 3 to 4 total in all of them. But here's the final braid, and as y'all can see, here's how it's looking up top. You can go through and crochet it through to cover that track. I personally did not do that. Right here, I'm going through and separating the braiding hair pieces, putting them on rods, and dipping them in boiling hot water. I tried to do it with less than boiling hot water, and these ends were not budging. So I ended up having to go back through a few days later and re-dip my ends, and make sure you get that human hair out of the way because you don't want to damage those curls. And then once everything is nice and blended as far as the curls go, I'm going to wet her down and get some mousse going, some leave-in conditioner. I do water, leave-in, and then mousse on top. And now I'm just getting through to those ends and evening everything out. HOTBRAIDS did a great job in making sure that the length of the boho hair and the length of the wefts match up well once the hybrid all comes together. We are finally done with this style, and now I want to show you the best way, or my favorite way, that I've been wearing it. I pull these front 2 pieces or front 2 sections back. I put it in a low ponytail holder, add my claw clip, and it just gives so effortless, so girl la la. And now I want to show you a few more styles that you can wear this hairstyle in. And then we're going to exit this video on out with the pros and the cons of it all. Pause, because I also want to note, this is one of those styles I can tell it's going to get better as it gets older, because even a few days in, the versatility is growing. That is all for the tutorial. As promised, now I want to get into my pros and cons of this hybrid install. Starting off with my pros, first things first, I do love that the hair comes in the same textures, being your boho braid and the wefted hair. If you want to do this technique, you don't have to search for a matching curl pattern or wonder if it's going to match, because it comes in a kit. I also love the fullness of this style. With the middle of it being a sew-in, it gives you a bunch of fullness, and I really enjoy having that fullness in there. I personally don't mind. I know some people don't like full hair, but I love that full look when it comes to having boho looks. More curls than braids is what I'm typically going for, and this hybrid install method gives you exactly that. Also, my takedown will be way quicker than it typically is to take down boho braids because the middle is a sew-in. With that being said, now I want to talk about my cons to this hairstyle. First things first, I don't feel like it's super versatile. This is how I've been wearing mine since I installed it because this is the best way that I've found to cover the tracks going around the side without me having to crochet it through the cover tracks. Also, just as I said with the miracle knots, these hacks and different technique ways, when they end up taking the same amount of time that it takes to do the traditional version of the style, it defeats the purpose for me. So I thought this was going to take way less time than it did to do boho braids. And granted, if I did boho braids this size all throughout my head, it would take way longer than 6 hours. But taking into account the fact that it still took me 6 hours to complete this style when it was all said and done, did not expect that, did not love that. Also, the ponytail is not as seamless as I hoped it would be. I'm going to show it to y'all right here, but going up and trying to get the wefts to lay right, not as seamless as I expected it to be. Granted, if I did more rows of braids or if I did a flatter braid down for the middle, then maybe I could have, and eventually I would have achieved that. But the point is convenience, and so that goes back to my original point of this taking way more work than originally intended. If you want it to be a hack or something quick, a way less effort situation, you just have to know what you're getting yourself into with this, and I'm going to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. I also don't love that the track is still visible, especially right in here when my head is down. You can see that, and granted, I could go through crochet small pieces over the track, but again, having to do all this extra work defeats the purpose of a low maintenance, low effort install. If you don't mind that, you're good to go. I loved that I was able to try this method, and I'm considering also trying it with miracle knots and a sew-in in the middle, but I don't know that it would ever be my go-to install method. For the girls that love the sew-in look and are looking for something to do with their leave out, this is a great option for you. You would just have to do more braids and do more effort in covering your tracks. But aside from that, unless you just want more and more and more and more fullness, then I don't know if this is the method for you. Only you know that. So those are my pros and cons of this style. Huge shout out to Hot Braids for getting me spring break ready. I am looking forward to being able to wear this on vacation. It's going to be super easy as far as not having to do my hair every day, and the maintenance has been super easy. Those are also two pros that I forgot to mention. Water friendly, little to no maintenance, and the hair is just beautiful. Like y'all see the texture, the curls. Hot Braids always nails that. So all I've had to do is spray it with some water and maybe leave in every few days some mousse if I'm feeling fancy, but it's really low maintenance hair. So again, huge thank you to Hot Braids for sponsoring today's video. Huge thank you to you for tuning in. It won't be long before we're back with another hair tutorial, and I will see you in it. Later.